Hi guys, and welcome to Cooking with That Julie, where I share tips and tricks in the kitchen, as well as quick and easy recipes. Today I'm going to show you how to put a chewy caramel center in your chocolate chip cookies. I've already shared a video on how to make the best chocolate chip cookies ever, so I'll put a link to that in the description. Today I've used both white and milk chocolate to make my chocolate chip cookies. So you're going to need some chewy caramel and some cookie dough. So I found these caramels and I cut them into 4. I found that if you cut them any bigger than that, they're really going to have trouble staying in the middle of your cookie dough, and they're going to melt and run all over the plate and not end up inside the cookie, and that's what you want. So I made my favorite cookie dough and I cut up my caramel, and now I'm going to show you how to put it inside the cookies. For cookies with a caramel center, you're really going to want to make sure you cover your cookie sheet in something like wax paper, just in case the caramel seeps out of your cookie and gets onto your cookie sheet. Now the trick here is that the caramel needs to be totally encased in your cookie dough. So I'm going to try to roll my cookie dough around my caramel without making my cookie too big. And see, it's completely covered. So then I'm going to put it down on my cookie sheet and move on to the next one. Now it's hard, and there's really not a whole lot more you can do to make sure that your caramel doesn't run out of your cookie. So just make sure the caramel that you cut is not too big. Don't worry, your cookies are going to flatten as they bake, and your caramel will flatten with that and bake into your cookie and make a nice chewy center. So I will finish making these cookies and I will show you what they look like when they come out of the oven. The cookies on the right have just come out of the oven, and the cookies on the left have had about 6 minutes to start cooling down. You'll notice they're not super golden. They may not look completely cooked to you, but I assure you they are cooked. And I don't put them in for very long because I like my cookies chewy and moist. So I add a little bit more butter and I cook them more to the bottom end of the scale rather than to the top end of the scale. So these say cook them for 6 to 8 minutes. I generally cook them for about 6 minutes. And that's it. So I'm just going to open up a cookie for you here to show you what it looks like. See that caramel? That's great. So have fun and bon appetit!